So in today's video, we're going to look at my two favorite parks here in West Knoxville. And if you're new to this channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living, working, eating, and playing right here in the Knoxville, Tennessee area, then you're going to want to subscribe below and click that bell so you can be one of the first notified of the current market conditions right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. My name is Todd Jewell, and me and my team receive calls and emails every day from people just like you who are looking to make that move. We love to hear from you. It's never too early. It's never too late. Let's get to it. So the first park we're going to look at is Lakeshore Park. This is my favorite. I do a lot of video work from up here, the HGT Overlook, and it is Knoxville's most popular park. It's 185 acres, multi-use park. Everything from miles of paved walking trails, pavilions, places to have different types of events. You have the baseball fields, the softball, the soccer, all those types of things, the playgrounds. You have so many areas here that are just beautiful with the view that you get so many generations of people using this park for their own interest that it makes it very popular. We see over 1 million visitors a year right here at this park alone in Knoxville, but it's so spread out and so big, you never feel like it's busy. The park is centrally located, so we're about 15 minutes out of downtown Knoxville to its west. We are 15 to 30 minutes out of other parts of West Knoxville, Farragut, the Concord North Shore area, Carnes. Depending on where you are around Knoxville, you can usually get here worst case 30 to 45 minutes, but normally 15 to 30 minute drive. So it's pretty centrally located to most of our residents, so many people come out and enjoy it. The park is managed in a partnership with the City of Knoxville and Lakeshore Conservancy, which is a nonprofit that was established just for the development of this park, and they have a long-term plan for this park that's phenomenal. We're going to talk about that a little. And what I'm going to try to do is really give you an in-depth look at this park as well as one other park, and these are my favorites. And hopefully what this is going to give you is a little bit of a view of what it would be like to live here in Knoxville and one or two of the amenities that you're able to enjoy as a resident. I get those questions a lot from folks right now. And where do you go walk? Where do you take your grandchild to ride their bike? Those types of things. Where does your daughter, who's a sophomore in college, when she was in high school, where did she hang out at? Those types of things. We're going to cover that today in this video, and I hope you find it informative. We're going to start at the top of the hill at the administration building, and we're going to work our way down all the way to the Tennessee River. So let's get to it. One of the things that makes this park so popular, outside of just its convenient location, is the fact that it is such a multi-generational park. The park has something for everyone. Doesn't matter if you want to bring the kids down here and let them play on the playground. Doesn't matter if you want to come down and just take a walk. If you want to come down and the kids have youth activities or sports. If you want to come out and walk with the dog. You just want to come out like I'll do sometimes to set up on HGTV at the Overlook, and work, drink a cup of coffee in the mornings, or any of those types of things. It's just have a picnic. There's so many things that you can do here that runs across the barrier of generational activities that it is very, very popular. The park is currently going through renovations in what's called Phase 2, Part 1. The nonprofit has a long-term plan for this park that's phenomenal, but in Phase 2, which is set to be completed in early 2024, they are going to include, and they're down in the southwest quadrant of the park, which if you're standing up at the Overlook, you're looking down at the water. It's to your right toward the water. It will include a new baseball complex, soccer area walkways and parking, pickleball courts, a basketball court, and a sports green and seating area for different small meetings. The improvements also include a 35-foot high sculptural mound, a new playground for the kids, 3 new pavilions, and then relocation of some of the perimeter walking trails, do a renovation on Hot Pavilion and the restrooms there, new parking, sidewalks, and lighting. So not only are they adding additional amenities to this park, lots of them, but they're also going into anything that they feel like needs to be updated and improved, and doing that at the same time here in Phase 1, Part 2. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tour of Lakeshore Park. Like I said, it's one of my very favorites. And if you're seriously considering Knoxville, I know these are things that are important to you to know what is here, what type of amenities, and what they're really like. Not a bunch of pictures and stuff that you find on the internet. I hope you were able to get a good understanding. So what we're going to do now, we're going to leave here and we're going to go to another park that I consider to be one of my favorites. I'm not there as much as I am here at Lakeshore, but we still enjoy it. The kids really love it, and that's Concord Park. So next up on my list is Concord Park. And Concord Park, I think you're going to see, just like Lakeshore, why I enjoy these parks so much. It's located about 15 more minutes west of Lakeshore. It's off North Shore Drive. It actually sits on both sides of North Shore Drive. This is a very large complex that encompasses 500 plus acres. Down here is surrounded by the Tennessee River and Fort Loudon Lake, and it has a variety of activities. So in this park, you will find everything from par 3 golf behind me where the kids play free, skate parks, tennis courts, boat ramps, marinas, all types of water activities. To my right over here is Concord Park, a dog park right here on the water. There's just so many things that are here that you can enjoy. There's a really good restaurant up here. It's not actually part of the park, but it sits here within Concord Park, called Lakeside Marina. Is one of our very favorites. So it's just a really cool, unique park, and I want to give you a tour of that park, not just from the air, which is also great, but also from the ground. Okay, so first let's start with the par 3 course, and you can see the par 3 course right here behind me. It's really cool, you know, to have this as part of the park system. Young kids can come out here and play free. It's very, very affordable. And then you can see right now, you know, it's noontime during the week, and there's very, very few people out here. It does get quite a bit of activity on the weekends and in the summer months when the kids are out of school, but it's a really cool place to bring the kids, get them outside, grandkids, get them outside and be able to enjoy, you know, teaching them something new, maybe the game of golf. Over here right behind that in the same parking lot, you can see a couple tennis courts scattered around throughout the park. You're going to see a few tennis courts. You know, these are just come and play if they're open. You don't have to reserve them. And then across on the other side of the parking lot is the Pet Safe Dog Park. And as I've said on multiple occasions in different videos, one of the really cool things about Knoxville is it's very, very pet friendly. There are multiple dog parks throughout Knoxville. Many of the restaurants are pet friendly. Many of the stores are pet friendly. You name it. And a lot of folks I know enjoy their pets. So right here in this one parking lot, you can do everything on this side of the road, from play par 3 golf to play tennis, or bring the dogs out and let them come out and play here at Pet Safe Park. And one of the cool things about this park is it actually runs into the water down here, the marina, Concord Marina. Okay, so here we are just on the opposite side of the road of the par 3. It's right there. This is North Shore. You come in, you see the large parking lot here. We're going to go down that way in a minute. But the very first thing I want to show you is our roller hockey rink. This is actually used more than many people would think. It's really cool, really used a lot. And you can see in the distance right there, all of this is setting right on the shore of the Tennessee River and Fort Loudon Lake. So everywhere that you are, you have absolutely beautiful scenery that is surrounding you. So here is, as I said, our roller parking, there's restaurant facilities, and then right down here past this is the skate park. This skate park is used a lot. It's a great place for our kids to come and be able to enjoy skateboarding, and every time you come by here, you're going to see multiple kids out here enjoying the afternoon and skateboarding. That look at this small piece of the park. So let's walk on down here. Let me show you some of the trail system and where that comes in. And one of the things that you'll see is there are miles and miles and miles of trails maintained, paved, walkers and those types of things can enjoy. But there's also miles of single track for hikers, for mountain bikers, and those kind of things associated with Concord Park. And those meander throughout the entire 500-acre complex, a lot of times working along the Tennessee River and some of those fantastic areas like that. Okay, so this is Concord Park Boat Launch. Give you a good idea of what's going here. You see the fire department's down here testing out and cleaning some of their equipment. But you see folks out here who are, you know, it's just a public boat ramp. You can put your boats in, park your trailers out here for free, you know, setting right here along the Tennessee River and Fort Loudon Lake, which is beautiful. And I'll drive down here to the point, let you give a feel for what's down here as well. So maybe you're someone who doesn't want a boat, but you do enjoy coming out here and fishing, or throwing, you know, something up between the trees and a hammock and whatever. Just enjoying, maybe you want to come down and have a picnic. And there's so many of these areas that I just about couldn't show you all of them associated with this park and all throughout Knox County along the Tennessee River. So you can see someone there enjoying the park. You can see, I mean, the views are just beyond fantastic. You know, you can come out here, enjoy the wildlife and the scenery. And when you're looking down this way from this part, you're actually looking down east toward other parts of Concord Park. So there are walking trails just about the entire way. You can see down here in the very distance. On the other side of that is the cove where we're going to be finishing up this at the end of Concord Park. And then there's a lot of walking trails and some of that. So, you know, this entire area, when you're looking at this to the right all the way down through there, is mostly on both sides of the road, part of Concord Park. Okay, so now we came just a little further on down west, down North Shore, and pulled off here to the right. This is an area that attaches to a lot of this is an area here where you can get on a lot of our trail system. I just passed between the last section and here, a couple places where you can pull off and get on certain trailheads, those kinds of things. And then all throughout down here, you can see down this road, you can see one of our fishing piers. There's multiple down this road of fishing piers and places where people can come down and enjoy the beautiful scenery and waterfront that we have here in West Knoxville. This is on the side of North Shore where we're on the cove area. You can see if you look out to the bridge, there's another fishing pier. Right up there is North Shore. And on the other side of that bridge is the main part of Fort Loudon Lake. So really cool area. And the neat thing is you've got a train track that runs down that side. There's something I like about those trains. And you see a guy down here on another fishing pier. So there's just so many different ways that you can enjoy Concord Park, but it's very, very different than Lakeshore. I think when you see how these two come together, they make, you know, just an outdoor lover's playground, which I love the outdoors. I love the water. So we'll keep going and look at some of the other areas down here. And I want to show you a little bit of the trail system that we have here. So I'm going to walk down here and do that before we go on. Okay, so on the other end down here, I wanted to come down here and show you real quick. This is one of our canoe kayak launch areas where if you're someone who enjoys canoeing, kayaking, I mean, our area is so good for that back here. But this just is one of the areas where you can come down and launch your canoe or kayak. And then I'm going to walk right up here. It's also an area where I can show you one example of the trail system that runs along this entire 500-acre area. And like I said, there's some single track that's not maintained for the mountain biker and the hiker and whatever, but if you're someone who likes to walk and just enjoy the scenery, I mean, this all meanders right along the roadway. And now right here, you can see some of the single track. Down through here, you can see a little sign that says wrong way. So if you're going that way, you could have an accident, but it's just part of that trail system for folks who enjoy that. And then of course the maintained and paved walking trails for folks who are looking for something a little less strenuous and at a little slower pace. So let's keep moving. Okay, so we came on down North Shore, just a little further again, to some of the baseball complex that's down here that goes along with Concord Park. And you can see over there's the Tennessee River to kind of give you a feel as we had come down toward the west. And you've got one of the fields here, you've got batting cages back here. You can see some of the marinas, and then you can see all the way down through, all the way down this side of the road. There are just multiple fields as you work your way down through there. I think there's 4 more at least as you work your way down that way. One behind me's 5. So, you know, really nice little league fields for the youth here to enjoy. Once again, all laid with the backdrop of absolutely stunning scenery. Okay, so we have now moved ourselves down to the cove at Concord Park, and that's where we're going to end our tour of Concord Park today. This is a phenomenal facility. We are here a little bit after season, you know, it's after Labor Day, so you can see, but over here you can come down, you can rent kayaks, canoes, paddle boards, all those kinds of fun things. If you don't have one yourself, you can do like a lot of folks do, which is bring your own here and launch it and be able to enjoy the water anytime you want to. You know, you can see this facility has so many things. You've got pavilions here to be able to have events. You've got grills over there. You have a little store up here to get supplies and those kinds of things, food, you know, the geese, the benches. I mean, it's just an absolutely stunning and beautiful place down here at the cove. This is an area where, especially at the high school age and, you know, and the young folks, they love to come down here and hang out. If you're walking on one of the walking trails, and this thing connects all the way up North Shore to all the other areas we've already visited, you can see you've got, look at this view. It's just fantastic. So you're able to come out here and enjoy the park for a variety of reasons, whether it's to come out and have a picnic and grill, or whether it's to bring the kids down with the grandkids like they're doing and let them play on the playground. Whether you're in the summer months and you bring them down here, we're walking up to the the swimming area right now. There's a beach up here. This place has lots of things happening and going on in the hot months of the year, and so it's just a wonderful place. My favorite time, and I guess it's because of my age, to enjoy these parks is now through fall and into spring, because it's nice outside. It isn't hot. My sand volleyball days are over, but if you enjoy that, they have the stuff here to do it with. But I enjoy coming out and just enjoying the parks. Me and the wife coming out and having a picnic, relaxing, and doing those kinds of things. You can see this walking trail that I'm on continues to meander all the way on up through the woods. There are so many places up through there to hang out and relax. I know one of the things that my daughter still does, and a lot of the younger folks around here do, and now I'm starting to see a lot of the folks more my age doing, is they bring e-news down here and hang those between the trees. I'll come down here and see people in e-news just reading a book in the afternoons where it's so nice out. You can come down here and do everything from fish to anything else. So I really hope you enjoyed your tour of my two favorite parks. If you're considering moving to Knoxville, I think you'll find this beneficial, because these are the things that you'll get to enjoy just like we do on a daily and weekly basis. If you haven't already reached out to me, please do so. My contact information is below. If you haven't scheduled a Zoom meeting, let's get on Zoom and let's meet face to face so I can help make your move as easy and stress-free as possible. And it may be that Knoxville isn't for you, and if it's not, I'm going to help you make that decision and maybe even point you in a direction of somewhere I think you'll be happy. But if it is, we want to get the process started as soon as possible. And until next time, guys, can't wait to see you around Knoxville soon.